and welcome to our final episode of this mini-series we've got going on here, where the Punch takes on a bunch of unlikely opponents in different body styles. It's taken on the compact sedan with the Ameya, and it's taken on the hatchback with the most popular, or one of the most popular hatchbacks available in India, which of course is the Swift. And now today it takes on a fierce rival. Now it doesn't take on in its traditional sense. This isn't a direct comparison video. This is more of a what if sort of video. Well, that is the SUV it's taking on, and it's being cleaned rather thoroughly for us by its owner. Hello!
Hello.
Thank you for taking the time out to see us today. I know usually you are quite busy. Today it seems like you aren't, because you've come on the PowerDrift.
Yeah, clearly I'm cleaning my
gentlemen, you normally see Ameya on Signal to Signal, our drag races, when I beat the living daylights out of him. Today though, it's not a competition.
That's not true, by the way.
It is. I wanted your perspective on something, because this Kia Sonet is not something we've borrowed from Kia. This is his Kia Sonet, which he's paid and bought with his own hard-earned money. But what I wanted to ask is your insight and your opinion, considering you own this, and tell everybody on screen why this is great value for money.
Okay, so I'm sure you're going on about this car top end to top end is 6 lakhs cheaper than this.
Yes.
But for me, this car is super value for money.
This is the most expensive compact SUV you can buy in India today. How is this value for money, Ameya? It's 16.5 lakhs.
Let me explain. So I was thinking of buying the Seltos, which is almost 21 lakh rupees ex-showroom, on road. This car is 5 lakhs cheaper. All it is lacking as compared to the Seltos is a little bit of rear knee room. Sure, on paper the boot is big on the Seltos, but again I can fit more luggage in this, and it gets the same engine option, the diesel automatic, as the Seltos. So for me, this is super value.
Okay, I get you get better engine options, okay, especially compared to this, and you get a diesel, which this doesn't. 6 lakh rupees more expensive though. I mean,
You know what? Get in the car. Let's go for a drive. I'll explain. And before that, be a proper bawa, man. Clean your car. So dirty. Okay, Cyrus, now we are in the Sonet. What do you think?
it is still an impressive cabin, and I know the 6 lakhs gets you so much more tech, so much more kit. It does feel a lot more premium than the Punch. That's obvious, isn't it?
And
it is
inside and outside with the LED lighting and everything,
yeah.
it does feel more premium.
It is a segment above, and even in its segment, it is still that segment above, even in that, if that makes any sense, you know?
Yeah. True.
I mean, cool seats.
Cool seats, a larger display. It just feels more tech heavy.
Sunroof.
Yeah, it just feels more modern, and I love these buttons.
It looks like a little airplane cabin, doesn't it? Like a toggle switch thing.
Yeah, and it's not only about the tech-laden fit and finish, it's also the engine options on this car.
Okay, look, I'm going to give that to the Sonet for sure.
Yeah.
Engine is something that Kia has just absolutely gone and nailed. I mean,
you get so many options. Of course, if you don't want to spend too much, you can get the 1.2.
Have you driven the one?
No, we haven't driven it.
None of us have actually driven it, isn't it?
But we have experienced it in the i20.
Of course. Yeah. But we've not driven it in this.
Yeah, but I think the in terms of performance, it will be close to the Punch, the 1.2. But then you go step above, you can get the 1-liter turbo,
which is a great engine.
Great engine with a IMT with a DCT, right? And then you can also get a diesel with a 6-speed torque converter.
Yeah, and this is a diesel, isn't it? It's really quiet for a diesel, I must say.
Absolutely. Right?
And it is smooth, considering the fact this is a proper gear, like a proper automatic gearbox, isn't an AMT.
Yes.
But you know what the funny thing is, we're all moving to this petrol economy, and we've been always, saying, oh, good, petrols are back, yay. We miss our diesels, don't we?
Absolutely. And especially today with the fuel prices.
All these pioneers of great diesel tech, the VW group, has
moved on.
Sound, yeah. And even the Maruti, for example, not making diesels anymore. I mean, I'm glad that Kia is still making a diesel engine for India.
Yeah, absolutely.
but it still doesn't take away from the fact that this is, I mean, there's no other way of putting it, this is an expensive car. It's not just expensive for the segment, it's an expensive car in general, isn't it, Ameya? It just is.
It is, but of course you pay more, you get more. And not only that, this car also safety-wise, you get 6 airbags, you get ESP, so you can't discount that. Okay, I know what you're going to say. The Punch has scored a 5-star rating while this car hasn't been crash tested.
I'm not an internet troll, but there are some troll pages on Instagram which sort of make it a point of telling people how this hasn't. But you know what I think? The venue has been crash tested. This is essentially a venue in a nicer frock.
What?
Or dress, or whatever you want to put it.
Frock? What? Yeah, okay. Clothes.
Yeah.
Let's stick with clothes.
But I mean, with the ESC and the 6 airbags and stuff, it's going to be a safe car. I mean, I wouldn't be worried putting my kid in the back and my family in it.
Absolutely.
But now that we've done all this and we've driven this and you're overtaking a tractor now.
Yeah. Look at this car. Diesel Punch.
I mean, look, it's loud. It's Punch. You know, it's loud when it sort of gets going, but overall, it's also much quieter than the Punch is. Okay, digressing. Now that we've done all this, let's get in the Punch. I really want to show you what that price point at that car actually gives you, because genuinely, it is impressive. Okay, so since you asked me the question earlier, I'm returning the favor now. First impressions, Ameya. What do you think?
The slow gearbox.
I don't know what that was. And I don't know if we can.
That's the engine note and the gear shift.
I don't know. Okay, nonetheless, I knew that was coming. I knew, and that's an obvious, isn't it? We've said it on and off on every single video.
Okay, but apart from that, I think first impressions, obviously the interior fit and finish, the design is not as impressive or as premium looking as the Sonet, but for a car that costs 10 lakh rupees, this is one of the best. It's just really good, especially the textures that they've used on the dashboard, right?
Let me ask you this. Which other car can you think of at this price point? And I'm going to ask you this across multiple fields now. Which other car can you think of at 10 lakhs which looks and feels this nice on the inside? Fully loaded.
Can't really think of many cars that...
Straight off the bat, I can't think of one either.
Yeah, I mean, I would say it's right up there with the best in terms of interior fit and finish and quality, which is saying something for a Tata vehicle, right?
I mean, it is one of the best Tata interiors that you've seen. And you know, funnily, every new vehicle, every new product that Tata launches, we keep saying this. There's definitely gigantic leaps that they're making with every car.
Yeah, absolutely. I completely agree with you on that. And it's not only the interior quality that impresses you, it's also the sense of space that you get on the inside, right?
I was just about to get to that. You know, this in the back is actually more spacious than your
I know. I sat in the backseat of this car. It is more spacious than the Sonet. It is wider, so you can fit 3 people more comfortably.
You can't fit 3 of me, though. I don't think that's possible.
We can't fit 3 of you, even in a Rolls Royce.
I'm a wide body.
Yeah.
There's one thing though I do want to actually, sort of show off on this car, and I don't want to tell you what it is. I'm going to show you what it is, because that little point has really impressed me. And that's a speed breaker at about 50 kilometers an hour.
Okay, fine, it is better than the Sonet, the ride quality. Especially when you load it up, the Sonet does become a little bouncy as compared to this.
Yep.
So yes, it has an advantage. The Sonet is not bad on its own.
It isn't.
Yeah, but it is a quieter cabin as well. But this is just better.
This is I wouldn't say better. I would go one step ahead and say this is genuinely suspension tuning benchmark.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely. I completely agree.
Not only is it comfortable, it also handles quite decently well. So I think as a trade-off, Tata Motors has got this so absolutely correct. Simple question. At 10 lakh rupees, what else do you think is a better package? Straight up, you have to answer now. Answer now.
It's one of the best. Now that you've asked me suddenly, I would say it's one of the best. It's right up there. I think it might be the best,
Yeah.
right? And it is great value. I completely agree with you. But that's the thing. Because I had the budget of the Sonet, I got the Sonet. If I don't have the budget of the Sonet, if I have 10 lakh rupees, I'll go for this. And I'll be absolutely fine and happy with this car.
You know, that's the thing. This will never disappoint you. And in the past, there have been Tata vehicles that have been great on paper and
Yeah.
we've loved it. But there have been certain things that
Certain
actually
things,
have
yeah.
disappointed. Maybe there is a little bit here and there.
If
but
there's one thing you want to improve on this car, 1, 2, 3, engine.
Funnily, it's not a better engine that I want. You know what I really want, and we know it's coming.
Yeah.
It's only a matter of time. What I really want in this car is the electric version, because that
Yes.
will sort every single issue out.
Absolutely. It'll be a great car, especially if you're starting off, if you're buying, if it
Your
can
first
be.
electric. A lot of
Yeah.
people's first electrics.
Yeah. It'll be a great first car to buy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so that sort of wraps it up. That sort of wraps up our mini series as well. The first two videos, which are the Ameya and the Swift, the sedan and the hatchback comparison, were actual true blue comparisons, which of course it came out on top of. This was more of a perspective giving video, which is why we had Ameya and his Sonet, because he's got and bought one. And it's sort of held its own against Sonet, hasn't it?
It has.
And that, again, we said, it doesn't disappoint, and we won't disappoint. We'll wrap this up here. Thank you again so much for watching. Comments in the comment section below. Tell us what you thought of these 3 videos and this video in particular. As always, subscribe, like, share. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you soon, hopefully with more Ameya at PowerDrift as well.